Reality check, man. From a year device. No, it's your aromatic realistic TV. Anyway, without any further delay, so the finance minister Nigel Clark run out sometime last week and give a press conference or some update to the country. But anyway, this is what he says. He said over the next 2 fiscal year, 2023, 24, and also into 2025, Jamaica have over $1 billion US of external debt maturing. Jamaica has over $1 billion US dollars of external debt maturing. And he goes on and he says that's needed to refinance at what could possibly be at the interest rate that is much higher than today. I want you to listen, the word refinance. Right? Refinance. Because there's no two way around refinancing. Refinance is that you go borrow money to pay off the old money. So you go to Scotia, go take out one loan, and Scotia give you 1 year to pay it off. And when you look, you see October come, and you are nowhere in the position to pay off that loan, and you know if you reach a year of trouble because everything what you put down, them go come take you away. So therefore, probably you have to go a JMMB, go borrow a fresh loan. So when you do that, then we guarantee you one next 2 years. So you can compare the loan what you take from Scotia. That is simple what they are saying. We have some money for them and we go borrow back money from them and pay them off. See, this is the catch. Earlier this year, the International Monetary Fund launched a new product. The Resilient and Sustainability Facilities that would also give Jamaica the access to borrow $763 million. It will also, listen to the catch, the IMF give Jamaica the access to borrow up to $763 million US at a rate 3.8%. 3.8%. The minister go on and he said, this is a compelling piece of instrument that if we access would not only support our climate resilient building strategy. What me say the minister say? This is a compelling piece of instrument that if we access would not only support our climate resilient building strategy. So the minister that say, all in, all deck on board, $763 million US we need if we borrow. At that them can tell you, So we are going to borrow new money if we go pay off with debt. And we still remain in a debt. But I'm asking Nigel Clark one question, because you say, see, we have over 3, you say we have 4.3 billion in foreign exchange sit down in the BOJ, Bank of Jamaica. 4.3 billion foreign exchange sit down in the BOJ, the gather mass. So what more ask Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness them say, Because sometimes we don't have to make sense, If we don't make no sense, we have to ask no question. That's why we have to dissect things. We have to chop it up and see where they make sense. And if it don't make no sense, we can't digest that. If we the Jamaican people, because the money enough for Nigel Clark or Andrew Holness money, The 4.3 billion was sit down in the Bank of Jamaica, and Nigel Clark or Andrew Holness money, It's for the people of Jamaica money, So what I would like to ask Nigel Clark is that if our debt is 1 billion, if our debt is 1 billion US dollar, and we have 4.3 billion US in the Bank of Jamaica, why not take $1 billion from our 4.3 billion and leave us with 3.3 billion and clear our debt? Right? Because you say, if we don't take this loan, over the next 2 fiscal year, 2023 into 2024, leading into 2025, for the next 20 years, it's gonna cost us 35 million per year just in interest rate alone. If we not take the 763 million, according to Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness, for the next 20 years, every year, interest alone, Jamaica people have to go pay 35 million US. We don't have to. We have a great opportunity now to take the burden off the Jamaican people on shoulder by take $1 billion from our 4.3 billion and pay off them then loan. So what that does for the Jamaican people, we are now free from debt. And the IMF or whomsoever cannot tell we how to spend our own money. Because we don't have to talk to you anymore. Because we don't owe you nothing. You can't tell we how to run the country. You can't tell we how to spend every dollar. Because we clear off that loan. Right? And the thing about it is that they're gonna loan us this loan over the next 15 or 20 years. And it is simple. What we can do, since it's our money, let us borrow the money from ourselves at the same 3.8% rate that the IMF would lend with the 763 million US over that same 15 or 20 year period. But the difference here is that since we borrow the money from ourselves, at the end of 15 or 20 years, what would happen? The government of Jamaica would what? Receive back their 1 billion. And not just that, but also all the interest. All the interest. So why would Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness want the Jamaican people to go back to the IMF, go borrow 763 million US to put us back in debt? Because we're gonna use this new loan to clear the old one, but we're still gonna have the new debt. And on the other hand, if we take $1 billion from our 4.3 billion, it's gonna leave us with 3.3 billion, so we're not indebted. If anything happens, we can rally back. on the 3.3 billion. So we not broke. We not desperate. So when I see people under the comment, oh, Mr. Finance Minister, oh, Mr. Clark, keep it up, you are doing a good job. What a baboon, what a sentimental fool them, man. If you don't know what another talk about, when you see certain things and shut in the mouth, man. Shut in the mouth if you don't know what another talk say. Oh, can Nigel Clark they do a good job? Oh, can Andrew Wallace do a good job when they want to bring us back into IMF? Go take out fresh loan, fi pay off for the old loan, fi put we back into new debt. And on the other hand, we have 4.3 billion sit down in the Bank of Jamaica not doing nothing. Gathering mass. And only thing Nigel Clark and Andrew Wallace come out, oh yes, we have $4.3 billion foreign exchange in the Bank of Jamaica. No come boast about you few money. We don't want you no boast. We need $1 million now to go clear with that. That's all we need. $1 billion to go clear with that. That means to say we can't tell IMF to F off. We can't tell China to F off. The money is there, so why not use it and clear our debt? Huh? Me say no fan of tune, hear the youth then sing the tune fully dance. Enough of them youth, they are bright youth. And enough of who know intelligent fool. Intelligent fool. And because of the Jamaica people, they get so brainwashed by these so-called arsehole who claim their intelligence. Who keep on falling for it. Because they can dot every I and cross every T and speak fluent English. So no buy them bullshit and them crap. I said, we have $4.3 billion in the Bank of Jamaica sitting down there not doing nothing. Idling. It's just like when I was a youth growing up, me used to hear my mother say, "You go put down that little money there in a Scotia Bank for rainy day." No investment, nothing. Scotia Bank take Lenny from here so today, so make billions over it. The person who borrow it make billions, and my mother didn't know make nothing out of it. And the same thing they go on now with the 4.3 billion. Only in the Bank of Jamaica. Jamaica now get nothing off of it. Meanwhile, we have to go pay our loan. And I come tell we now, say we must go borrow 763 million US to go clear all debt. And if we don't do so, for the next 20 years, it's going to cost with 35 million US a year just in interest rate alone. We don't need to go down that route there. We don't have no need when we have our own money. Go and take our own money and go and clear our debt. What these sentimental fools? Oh, Mr. Clark, you are doing a good job and continue. Doing what? Good job? For the carry country in a debt? And we have the money there to take to clear our debt? Huh? Listen me, man. Some of people pass stupid. Pass stupid. But anyway, you don't know. Aromatic Realistic TV. That's what I mean. And as I said, we bring awareness to things as they are. Stay tuned. Mash up the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't have to tell you again because you know how much o'clock. Go do your thing. We now keep the information to ourselves. And I said, at times we Jamaican, we can be greedy, you know. And no love share. But you see this information, we don't need it for ourselves. Spread it out there, man. Share it up, man. Like it up and share it up. Send it out there to the world. That's what I mean. You don't know. That's what I mean. So, Yara, take care of yourself. Until then, we will chat again. Much love. I'm out. Yeah.